Alright, let's try this again and see how we do now. Now we understand the guns work. Will someone explain me what thing I'm in?
Gunner Sabo PC.
It's Abrams.
Fire.
What in the blazes am I in? Okay, I must click something. Issues. Maybe we're back. I know I pressed M2A2. Bradley, that makes sense. Okay, be right back. Alright, let's try this again. Okay, switching to main site. Switching to emergency. Let's do this.
Loader ready. Sabo loaded.
Good, good, loader. Got that guy.
Gunner Sabo tank. Target.
See what happens when I switch to emergency? It's the hit. What's next? I gotcha. And that's 2 for 2. All right. Ah, much better. Thermals are faster acquisition.
Gunner Sabo tank. Fire.
Where? How about I see him? Aim. We can hit him. Oh, where was it?
Ah. PC.
Oh, thanks for slaving. Actually, help this time.
Fire.
Okay,
Fire
PC.
heat.
Oh, we're in our bullets. And oh, I missed. Oh no, what will I ever do?
Re-engage.
Oh, then reload and try again. And oh,
Short.
what was that? Low.
Re-engage. Fire. Short.
Why are they going short? They were really long before.
Re-engage. Fire.
Oh,
Short.
this guy.
Re-engage.
This guy, I swear.
Fire. Short.
How the heck is happening?
Re-engage. Fire. Target.
There we go. I'm in manual. Oh, well, emergency.
PC.
Yep.
Fire.
Is that a Terminator?
Target.
Oh, it's not anything right now. Oh, I think because they switched rounds on me. It's because they switched rounds on me.
Tank.
There you go.
Fire. Fire Sabo. Short.
Ah!
Re-engage.
Get back to tell him I think he's aiming at us.
Over. Re-engage. Up. Fire.
Don't know where that went. Doesn't pass the flush.
Re-engage.
Remember, diagonal power is tricky.
Target.
Oh, in the back of the turret. That's fine.
Up.
Just tell me where. 4 more.
PC.
Nope, I got you. Okay, still firing FDS.
Fire. Fire heat.
I'm not firing heat on this guy, not yet. I mean, it'd be smart. It'd be smart. It'd be smart. I'm gonna blame you if I'd miss. And bird. That's going for the birds.
Re-engage.
Oh, that's low.
Re-engage. Fire.
Anything towards us now? Yes, it is indeed.
Short.
Low, short.
Re-engage. Fire.
Going
Short.
for the extra zoom.
Re-engage. Fire.
Oh, you want you too? Okay.
Short.
Yeah. That's the correct zoom.
Re-engage. Fire. Short.
I'm not very good at feet rounds, am I?
Fire.
On the dart whisperer, I suppose. Oh, actually, we're probably max range.
Re-engage. Fire!
God! Ooh, got rid of the cabin, that's fine. Switching sights. Tell me where. And what. Up I see him.
Gunner, heat, PC. Fire!
Yep. You know.
Over. Re-engage.
Come on.
Short.
Not bad.
Re-engage.
Oh,
Short.
getting excited. Although we're wasting precious ammo. Oh.
Short.
Yeah, I'm just gonna.
Re-engage.
Thing is if I use tungsten rods, it just will clean through.
Short.
It's not much of a problem, but still.
Re-engage.
I think it's going away now. Oh, not for long, is it? Next. 2 more. Yep. Oh, we gotta pay an ammo, I think.
Gunner, heat, PC. Fire.
Can't see him.
Short.
No, he's still going.
Re-engage. Over.
Oh, yep.
Re-engage. Over. Re-engage.
Yep. Oh,
Short. Re-engage.
it'd be nice if you told me short by how much, but that's fine.
Short.
Oh, come on.
Re-engage. Target.
Oh, are you serious?
Re-engage. Short.
Hear about this.
Re-engage.
Look at this.
Fire.
We're going for the engine kill.
Short. Re-engage.
You stop.
Short.
Oh, those aren't going very far.
Re-engage. Fire.
Right around.
Target.
Perfect. Next, one more. He's making a tank. Oh, throw a Jeep at me. We'll see what happens. Or
Fire.
sure, a BMP. That's fine.
Target.
Gotcha. Yes, how things are done. I told you switching ammo was bad luck for me. 25%. Maybe time to kill. 24 seconds. Not too bad. I could have done better. I should have switched to HE. I mean, why would you switch to or HE? I should say, not full blown HE. It's not just, you know, it's a shape charge. It's not just some gigantic grenade you throw at people. No. No, the reason why you want to use HE or heat is because 2 reasons. Is for one, it explodes, which is the main reason. So when you pin something like an APC, which is lightly armored, which you're gonna go clean through if your tungsten shell anyway, or if tungsten rod anyway, which is your normal APDS round, which all that is, it's a dart made of tungsten or depleter tipped with made of tungsten steel. It's gonna go clean through something. Mainly made for tanks. However, when you hit something lighter, it goes clean through and the vehicle's still operational. However, if you shoot it with something explodes, it goes inside and blows up. Oh, well, modern 8 rounds go impact the side of the tank, basically impact the side of the tank, and just sends a nice, really, really hot plasma inside and just wrecks everything. Unlike tungsten, we'll do something similar. It will hit the wall, it hit the armor, and then just cross fragments and then multiply, like a plane crashing pretty much. Because the round's going at supersonic velocities, and it's just going to get vaporized on impact or go clean through. So yeah, and the reason why you want to use it, and another reason why you want to use heat over APDS is simple, because APDS is strictly a kinetic projectile. It's a bullet. It's a tank bullet, or it's an arrow, or it's a crossbow bolt, whatever have you. It does not explode. It is not a grenade. It is not an RPG. It is not a Unslung grenade. It's not a machine. It's not machine grenade launcher thing. It's not an autocannon. It is a rod of death. So, unlike high explosive anti-tank, which does not lose its penetration over range, basically at silly long ranges, where a APDS will run out of steam, or will kinetic energy and will bounce to something it should pin, and a heat round would pin it because it doesn't rely on sheer kinetic velocity to go through something. It relies on sheer explosive force to go through something. So yeah. Alrighty. Moving on. Be right back. Alright, looks at here too, really. Sure. Actually, I gotta figure out what the Strv is. I got to. I'll be right back. Oh. Same mission as last for some reason. That's fine, start. Okay, get out of the tank. Are we in an S tank? No, we're in some form of, again, Leopard 2, I thought so. Can I change the camera? That's all, man. Oh, that's how you get to these, right? God, we're still inside of the turbo up top. I'm pretty sure it's a Leopard 2 modification. It's the Swedish Leopard 2. And I was wondering if it's the S tank, which would be pretty cool. This is modeled sort of. Oh, that's cool.
Target.
Remember, you can play this game completely in Commander mode if you want. I think. So I'll be right back. No, let's see the M60. Now we know the Strv 122 is the Leopard 2 variant. Oh. You can't use the M60 in this? Instant action? Okay, that's interesting. That is interesting indeed. Operations, what you got for me? What you got for me? Operations? Operations, that's gonna help me. Yeah, that must be a new game mode. That must be a new thing. Words, I can't think of a good words for it. Oh, here we go. These can be any tank, I think. Oh, actually, what things do we spawn in then? I mean, it's classic, so yeah, it's gonna be a classic tank.
Room 4-1, contact. West. Gunnery. Fire. Identify. Fire. Identify.
How do we get back inside? Moving inside. Is this just no? I mean, controlling the vehicle. That's for sure. Oh, observe position is the thing. Oh, that makes sense. Represent.
Contact. PC. Run.
Yeah, I'm not getting the blocks. Oh, can I get my controller? Oh, there you go. Yeah, I thought so.
Tank.
Oh, button up. We should put the button up, shouldn't we?
We're at that point. We're taking fire here.
I think we should do modes like that. Place that in the guard.
Identified.
Okay, well, I just want to see what that was. Yeah, it's a classic mission, so you're going to be either Abrams or Leopard 2 because those were the only tanks available in the original classic version of the game. If you remember. Oh, okay, so I think I have to make my own missions, or at least download them from the... What's my tag? Oh, hello. Oh, sure, okay, that's what that is, it's, yeah. Okay, let's use the M60. Alright, yeah, fully implemented. Oh, that does not look right.
Loader ready, stay by loaded.
Okay, so I guess everything is implemented in the game, but you have to make your own missions for it, I suppose.
Gunner, stable tank.
Ooh, this one does not have the special modes. Okay. Doesn't have zoom either. Oh, this is going to be fun. Where are you? Where is it?
Fire.
And fire. Wait for it. Ah, low.
Re-engage. Fire. Short.
And there's also 90mm guns, so it's going to be much faster to fire because they're smaller rounds.
Target.
Yep. He thought he was safe. Or he's not dead. Did we get him? Alright, so okay, do we have thermals?
Tank. Fire.
Yeah, thermal is just over here. Oh, we have to use a separate... Oh, I have to actually get out of our view to look at it. Okay, that makes sense.
Target.
Oh, that was good.
Ah.
Okay, where's my gun sight? There you are. Oh, this is gonna be... Okay, okay.
Tank.
Thank you. A little high. Move out. Switch to here.
Fire.
Gotcha.
Ah.
That's M60 for you. Yes, I do. Be right back. Alrighty, yeah, that's pretty much it for me right now. Records, what do you got for records? I'm default. Gunnery 60. That's what it means. Yeah, Gunnery 60, hit percentage 53. I need to get to my normal 70 or better. Average time to kill, 41 seconds. Easy kills, 35. Defeats 2. You can count the training as that. They listed. Doesn't matter. Alright, so then we have to get their own name. That's nice. So yeah, we'll talking about this for the list instead of you actually being an army and having your simulator guys behind you. Alright, so yes, you. Lieutenant default. There we go. Got our settings reset. That's fine. I mean, I guess you can just change it. I guess you can reset as many times as you want. Alright, controls. What you got for me? I need to, for one. Interesting. I, for one, need to refresh, please. Because it keeps going off to the side. Which, well, I'm using a Wii Pro controller with main flash adapter. It doesn't do that, usually. Unless you had low dead zone or something, it's weird. Alright, these are the controls things, which are tons of. We got tons of. Okay. I can import stuff if you want. That's fine. Okay. Alrighty, so that would be it. That'd be it for this session. It's been a monster. I don't know how long I've been recording for. Actually, yes, I do. I can just look at my watch. I've been recording for... Oh, yeah. I've been recording for a good 2 hours at least. Which I really want to play this game because I really wanted to play it. Game simulator. Sorry for my terminologies. And it is amazing. I mean, once you get over the price tag, which... The price tag for buying it in full, which is completely understandable. It's understandable, which some people even then think it's too much, or don't have the kind of money to begin with, regardless of if they think it's too much. But, yeah, I mean, for people that are into this sort of thing, that do pay this sort of money, like, for example, let's take X-Plane, for example, or DCS. Do you, or even Microsoft Flight Sim, do you know how much a single plane costs in DLC in that game, in those games. Which, okay, I'm a little touchy to explain, but I know for a fact in DCS, which is this quality, or, well, this game is DCS quality, and DCS planes are like what? In between, let me look up real quick, okay. Let me look up real quick on the, good old Wii U here, so I know exactly for sure. But I believe it's in between $9 and $29 is the going rate for planes. I think it's more or less, and then X-Plane is, not X-Plane, Microsoft Flight Sim is similar, and X-Plane can be anything. X-Plane, the reason why I like X-Plane so much is because you can mod it to who knows what ends. Whereas DCS you can't really. And Microsoft Flight Sim, I just you can't modify it either. Not mod it either. This, however, you can somewhat. I look at the forums, which I'll really look at the fan website. Right, I'll really look at the fan website, which I'll link in the description to. I'll link in the description to not only the main page, the downloads page, and the store page, and the fan site. But anyway, so alright, let me look at DCS World real quick. DCS World is free to play game, not quite sure what comes with it. Okay, so yeah, $9, oh, excuse me, in between $9 and $49 for a single aircraft. With the F-15C is $9.99 US, and the M1A2 Huey is $49.99 US. However, there are better deals than that. There are bundles, which are like, which the one I'm looking at is Flaming Cliffs 3, which comes with what? Let me look up to be precise. It comes with comes with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 aircraft. Comes with 7 aircraft for $39.99 US. So, yeah, I think you can get for cheaper every now and then. But yeah, basically, most of the aircraft, actually most aircraft are anything. Actually most aircraft for $9. Which, regardless of if you have the money to spend on that, if you have money to spend on, as Scott Manley would put it, digital planes, or net planes. I guess I will say digital planes. They're very high prices, but the thing with DCS is they're such high quality, and DCS World is special in the fact that DCS World is basically a one platform for all the planes. Like, before, DCS was one plane, one game. Or, was one plane, one game, and that's pretty much it. So, and each game would be $59.99 US, or around there, or around about. I'm pretty sure they all are $59.99 US, but I could be wrong. And DCS World lets you get cheaper planes and helicopters, and get basically more than the platform, but they're still really expensive. However, this game is $129.99, and you get, how many things do you get? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 40, 41, 42, 43, 44, 45, 46. Did I got that right? Well, regardless, it's a lot of stuff. It's a lot of stuff, and you get it for the nice price of $129 or $25 US. However, another thing about this game, it's different than DCS World, is comparing these might seem a little bad because there are various factors why you shouldn't be comparing these two games. Well, one, this tank, those are planes. Two, that's free to play. This isn't. 3, that's on Steam. This isn't. But it's still worth comparing the price for what it is, because it's the same similar quality. I'm not comparing, like for example, neither game is of such a horrible quality to each other that it makes the other price stand out more or less. Like for example, let's say there's a game with the same price as DCS World, but it's a much, but the but the planes are not very well designed. I mean, basically, it's just a terrible. It's A, the game's a terrible simulation, and B, the quality of the planes are terrible. Or even if the game is a good simulation, but the quality of the paid planes are terrible. That's a holdover from X-Plane I noticed. Notice like most people say payware planes, and in X-Plane you got freeware, which is mods, which could range from a guy that made a plane in 2 minutes to a guy that spent years working on a single aircraft and made it the pinnacle of that aircraft in a simulator. Pretty much. Rough example, but you get my drift. And like there could be a game with just terrible DLC aircraft, or expansion aircraft, or payware aircraft, whatever terminology you want to use. And yeah, however, this comparison is different than that. They are the exact same quality, more or less. Or well, not more or less, but they are the exact same quality in my eyes. And have the same pedigree, albeit the different pedigrees. DCS's pedigree within moderate to hardcore simulator fans. This has pedigree between military professionals, contractors, and simulator fans. Really insanely hardcore simulator fans that found this game, or played the original and kept up with it all these years, or found it again. Because I'll be honest, I didn't realize that this version was purchasable. I didn't realize it was a personal version. I thought there was just Steel Beast Pro based on what I saw on Wikipedia, which is one of the few times Wikipedia has let me down in the sense of in finding games. Not be the only time. Okay, I take that back. Gundam 2, but Gundam's different. Gundam is a Japanese franchise, and Wikipedia is more American things, or at least English Wikipedia is English, or as American, so yeah. Gundam is, it's really, the Gundam, like the pages, like the lists of Gundam stuff on Wikipedia is good, just it misses a lot of the games and even miss some of these shows, so yeah. But anyway, so, that was the second time. But it's still Beast. I thought it was just a classic game and that's it. What I thought happened with these guys is they made the classic game and decided, you know what, we're going to just sell to the military now, goodbye. And we're not, and basically they never approached the gaming market again. However, I was very, very wrong. I found their website and looked at their store, and yes, you could buy personal edition, and it's meant for your not average gamer, but your average simulator fan. So as opposed to DCS, which is everyone knows it's the best flying game simulator out there, and everyone knows about DCS's quality and simulatorness, whereas not many people know about Steel Beast. So yeah, that's why I compared the two, and yeah, I mean, if you had to choose between this and that, which I don't know why you should be choosing, I suppose if you just saw this video and been wanting to get a DCS game, which one should you get? Well, they're the same quality, so go if you like tanks better or planes better. What do you want? And also, do you like modding your games extremely, or do you like having developers make the stuff for you and not modding your game, either making it mod yourself or finding mods? Or you're just thinking Mission Editor. I love DCS Mission Editors. That's it. But anyway, so yeah, I mean they're relatively the same price point. I mean, as long as you discount the older DCSs, the ones before DCS World. So yeah, and this game definitely stacks up to any of the Slithering games, which sometimes get up there in $70 range, like. Blank, 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 blank is what it's like. Let me see if I can find it real quick. But yeah, they're like Slithering can go from $20 games to 70. $70 simulators. I haven't found one yet. I haven't found one yet that I thought was worth it. To be honest, I always thought this was worth it. To be honest, but I never thought any of those were worth it. So yeah. So yeah, we'll look that up. But yeah, I mean, and there's also tons of RTS, or not, well, not tons of RTS, but tons of turn-based strategy games that are around this price, or just strategy games in general that are around this price, but they're still like 70. And again, I never found those to be particularly worth it to me, because they've all come to the same problem I found with. They also come to the same problem I found with. I think of the name of a game that's by Slytherin. I would keep thinking it's by Slytherin. Or Slytherin. But yeah, I never really found a strategy game that's worth it because again, that's always seemed to be very, very pinpoint in what they want to do. Like they're all about once they're in theater or what have you. Whereas Still Beast is, I thought it was about Abrams and Leopard 2, which I love. I love Abrams. Same reason why I got DCS A10C. It's because I love the A10 and I love Abrams. So I want an Abrams tank sim, and I thought I would get my money's worth out of it by just playing the whole tank over and over again. Which I was personally surprised this game is meaning more than that. It's just the mini's a bit weird and finding where things are, but yeah, I mean it's mostly meant for modding, I guess. And meant for doing all the missions not in one tank, unfortunately. But you could. But yeah. Overall, I mean, like I said, you got two choices these days when it comes to tank sims. Ignoring War Thunder because it's not a simulator. Because I've been realistic most of the time. But yeah. But you got two choices. You got this or Steel Armor. I would say this is infinitely more worth it. Why? Because there's more vehicles. And that's because I mean, that's it. It definitely has more. It definitely is. It definitely has enough. It definitely has enough vehicles that are really well done for it to be worth the price of a mission, pretty much. And you can mod it. You can make your own missions. It just is worth it. It's that simple. Again, and that comes to this: is it worth it to you? That comes down to how much are you willing to pay for a video game, and that's that. Because, like I said at the beginning, there are people out there that would pay for something like that. Would pay, the people out there that pay AAA price $59.09 for a game and just play it once or twice, maybe with friends, maybe not, and then never touch it again. And then there's people that would play, that will only buy one game a year, and that one game has to be around $20 or $40. And that one game, or maybe that one AAA release, but mostly, like, the more extreme example, that game will be $25, I'd say. And they will play just, well, okay, let's do an example I actually know of. Like I said, they will pay the same AAA price, but they will only willing to pay that once a year. And they pay for and basically they play the game for eternities. Like the one person will only get, say, 100 hours in a year, whereas the other person will get 100 hours in 100 hours, more or less. I mean, you can get 100 hours in 100 hours unless you don't sleep. So yeah, it all depends on what you're willing to pay. Because, however, I mean, there's also the option which they did plan for, which is having a licensing system. Again, $9 for one month, which that's cheaper than that's definitely cheaper than subscription-based MMOs, which don't really exist anymore. But when there were subscription-based MMOs, they're not prescription-based. You're not getting prescribed to them by a doctor or somebody. But anyway, so that's not too bad. I mean, like I said, most subscription-based demos were $15 back in the day, so $9 is not too bad. At least to try out anyway. And then you do $39 for a year. And then if you like it, you can always wait for a sale. Although I've never seen this game go on sale, which is why I bought it for full price. So yeah, it basically it's all depending on what you're worth out of a game, and what money you have to spend right now, or how much money you have to spend at a time. It's pretty much it, and that's strictly your decision. For me, it's worth it. I'm glad that I bought it. Um, but I know for a lot of people, it's not worth it. Again, I mean, which is the thing though. It's I can't find the game. Which is this is basically one of the best tank games there is. That's it. I said it. No more that, no more, no less. It is one of the best, if not the best, tank games to ever existed. And I'm saying that not just in the sense that it's the best tank simulator. I'm saying that in the sense it's the best tank game. Whether it's a simulator or arcade. As in, the previous best tank game that I knew of, because let's face it, the tank game genre has never been huge. I know of only a handful of them, and they're mostly newer games. I mean, yeah, I know of 4 new games. I'm sorry. Got bring in Tokyo Wars. Tokyo Wars still beats War Thunder, World of Tanks, Armored Warfare, maybe 5, and then the ripoffs of those 3. Of real tanks, by the way, of real tanks. And I guess saying that, of modern tanks, you got Armored Warfare, and that's it. Armored Warfare doesn't have much population. I mean, it might have a population after the update, which I haven't checked back on, but yeah. But and then wait, that. And then there's been tank games before, but I never found one of the older ones to be worth it, other than the classic Steel Beasts. So yeah. And like I said, I mean, my previous best tank game was Wall of Tanks. And then before that was Armored Warfare. I guess before that was Wolf Tanks again. But yeah, I mean, this is just overall the best to me. In all ways that matter. In both when it comes down to it, there are more or less 2 kinds of people in the world. In world of historical vehicle games. There are people that, I mean, okay, maybe there's 3 kinds, let's say that. There are people that pledge by simulators and nothing else. People that play only X-Plane, not even all this Altus Thermopix, but, the real simulator of Altus Thermopix, and the, what was the other one? And DCS. And then there's arcade vehicle people, Wall of Tanks, War Thunder, Ace Combat, Hawks, the other Altus Thermopix, War 2 Combat Flight Combat games, other than that. And you got people that play in between, which, again, are Wall of Tanks, War Thunder, well, they play pretty much everything, but they also play Strike Fighters, games that are like similar games, but not too much, but also play arcade. They play arcade. They play like arcade flight games. They're easy to understand. They're easy to play, but hard to master and hard to know all the intricacies of simulation. So yeah, I guess another example is hardcore simulator fans. You got Arma, and you got, that's pretty much Arma, and then arcade, Call of Duty, Halo, and then in between, Battlefield, Sniper Elite. and Ghost Warrior 3. Oh, Sniper Ghost Warrior 3. So yeah. This game, however, can be played by all. Can be played by all. It's pretty much it. Can be played by hardcore simulator fans, easily. They will love this game so much. Can be played by arcade game fans, people that won't understand the intricacies of how tanks function, how ballistics function, but can pick up this game and play. Okay, I just need to point my gun this in front of target and then pull trigger and then it goes like that at that certain range which I press this button for. They just got to send the buttons and they can easily just have a sheet open. They can easily just print out a piece of paper and just have all the hotkeys on it if they forget the hotkeys, which is what I'm going to do. So yeah, and it's good for people in between who are satiated by arcade games but want more, but can do similar games but they don't really like them too much, or they go for the head or what have you. This game is good for all three groups. There are not many games I can say that. Not many at all. Throughout all of my time of playing these types of games, there's not many I can say. At all. The one other, which I can think of right this second, is Rising Storm 2. And then there's classic flying games like Strike Fighters, and Cold Waters, and that is it. So yeah, this game is special. And unlike all those other games, this is a tank game. They're not tank games. They are first-person shooter, flying game, or flying games, which that has most of this genre, and then the floating game with the floating of the submarine that is underwater. So yeah, well, that's all I gotta say about this game. I still haven't got to the commanding segment. I just been fooling around. I mastered the gunnery, or well, I hope I mastered the gunnery. I messed with the driving, and now it's time to move on to more driving, and then onto the commanding, and then onto a real mission. All right, so I'll try to make it. I'll try to follow up as soon as possible. Again, depending on what you think of these videos. If you like them, please let me know. Please let me know. You can do more of them. Share with your friends. And yeah, I'm gonna play do more of this because I think I found one other person that made videos of this game simulator, and that was a long time ago. So yeah, and of course, as most people that make make videos of obscure games that don't do full let's plays, which that's a more common thing nowadays. But there are people that just do gameplay videos strictly of the gameplay and not show like the menus or like the meat of the bones of the game. They show the meat of the game and not the bones. I like showing all of it: the skin, the bones, the muscle, the meat. Or wait, the skin, the bone, and the meat. Yeah. So yeah, as well as the heart and the brain too, and the eyes. That's what I mean there too. That's what I mean there too. So yeah, that'd be it for this session. Thanks for watching. Which, by the way, I had the graphics fully maxed out, and I didn't see a single drop. I didn't notice the frame rate drops or frame rate doing bad or anything. Yeah, max is full. Yeah, the graphics maxed out, and I didn't see a single hiccup. All right, this game runs well. I mean, you still gotta have like at least 8 gigabytes of RAM. If you don't, you're gonna have issues. I guess that's the other thing about this game. It requires insane system settings or system requirements. So yeah, there's that too. But if you can play the game, you can play the game. I guess that's another reason why you shouldn't buy it, because you might not have the system for it. But anyway, so I mean, you can always test that with the $9. You can always test that with the $9. With the $9 trial thing, and see if it works on your computer. If it doesn't, unfortunately, you lost $9. But it was worth a shot, wasn't it? I mean, it's better than buying a full priced. It's better than buying a game fully priced and noticing it not working, but not being able to take it back for whatever reason, or not or pre-Steam refunds. So yeah. Alright, by the way, so that'll be it for this video. Thanks for watching. Do appreciate watching on this video, or these videos means a lot to me. And yep, that'll be it for this video. Oh, this was good. I'm glad that I stopped it. I'm glad that I'm glad that I got it. I played it long enough. It, it yeah, it's good. It's really good. I just gotta figure out these blasted minis. Oh yeah, I think you're just supposed to play the different offline sessions. If you want to play solo, you just play different offline sessions, and yeah, the different tanks. So that's fine. Alright, so I have that for this video, and I guess see you in a skin.